Welcome in, Chiefs Kingdom, to Cheifs Latest, your one-stop spot for everything Kansas City Chiefs in 15 minutes or less. It is your host, Calvin Silvers. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve, as I like to call it. Just one more day. I know it's driving us all crazy. We just want it to be the weekend, but I promise you, nothing is driving me crazier than this rumor we're going to talk about in today's episode. But before we dive into that, because I still can't believe it's even out there as a rumor, but before we even get into that, I'm jumping ahead. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on those notifications. I'm serious. I'm going to give you a few seconds right now. All right, you should be done hitting that subscribe button and turning on those notifications. And I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss any of the rumors or news regarding the Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. We have daily videos Monday through Friday here at Cheifs Latest. So hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, as it not only helps me in the channel, but it's going to help you stay up to date with everything Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I mentioned a crazy rumor that's just blowing my mind, but we're going to stay down here on Earth at first and talk about something that's a little more feasible for the Chiefs. And that is the question, do they benefit from adding defensive tackle Raekwon Davis? Now, we know that the Chiefs' defensive tackle spot, especially nose tackle, there is a glaring depth need. And Davis's run stopping ability, I think that makes him a perfect low-cost addition for the Chiefs. 28 years old, 6'7", 325-pound frame. And since he's such a big guy, I know you're probably thinking, holy cow, well, yeah, since he's such a big guy, he has that ability to clog those AB gaps. That's going to solidify the Chiefs' run defense even more than it is. It's a pretty solid run defense now, but that's just going to solidify it more. Though, with the good comes the bad, because he is so good at, stopping the run, his lack of pass rush production, that kind of limits his role as a starter. But then again, you only have 34-year-old Mike Pennell and unproven Fabian Levitt Sr. at nose tackle right now. Davis, I think, is a safer bet than especially Levitt Sr., but his injury history means, it's a glaring issue. You got to keep an eye on it. But again, that keeps him a rotational piece, and you can now test his durability in training camp. It's a perfect opportunity to bring him into camp and see what he can still do. Now, why does this matter? Well, if you look at the depth concerns behind Pennell, you have rookie Omar Norman-Lott. Yes, he could be plugged in certain packages, but you can't rely on him to be at the nose tackle position. Levitt Sr. lacks experience. Again, that's going to leave that position open against physical offenses. Now, Davis last season, 2 rushing yards per run, 0 missed tackles. The past 2 seasons, 43 tackles, 21 solo, and 3 tackles for loss. And then we know that the Chiefs' run defense struggled in the playoffs. They allowed 148 rushing yards per game. Can't let that happen, especially in the playoffs. And I know they got to the Super Bowl, but again, I think the NFL, especially the AFC, getting better, you just cannot be allowing teams to run all over you come playoff time. Now, how does he fit in the scheme? Ability to break double teams. He has that ability to clog gaps. That fits Steve Spag's 4-3 scheme really well. That's going to free Chris Jones. It's going to free the linebackers like Nick Bolton. It's going to allow them to make more plays. It's a depth upgrade, too. He would compete with Levitt Sr. for that backup nose tackle snaps behind Pennell. Again, offering a proven veteran over an untested, undrafted free agent. Again, it fits the cap, 1-year veteran minimum. That aligns with the Chiefs' cap space, and that still preserves some flexibility for other moves that the Chiefs have to do. So again, I think the Chiefs would benefit from signing Davis for his run-stopping and gap-clogging skills. You're going to address a thin nose tackle position problem, again, because you could probably plug him right in behind Pennell right now, especially with his affordability and the fit that he makes. All right, let's get to the fun, because I know you guys are thinking, what is this crazy rumor that you're talking about, Calvin? What is blowing your mind? Well, you're reading it right now on your screen. That's right. No, Stephon Diggs is not coming to Kansas City ever. Put those rumors away right now. Diggs, he's approaching 32. He's not an elite wide receiver that he once was, especially what we saw in Minnesota, Buffalo. And the Chiefs should just steer clear, and I mean absolutely clear, of rumors linking him to Kansas City. His 23.9% target share over the past 2 seasons signals decline, and his recent knee injury and off-field drama, which we all saw, make him a risky fit for Kansas City as a whole. So Kansas City has a loaded wide receiver room. Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, In Diggs' history of forcing trades and just his off-field drama, if the Chiefs wanted him, why didn't they sign him as a free agent? If we're going to be honest. Not only that, the deal he signed, 3 year, $69 million deal with the Patriots. So just this rumor is crazy to me. I don't know where it started. I know I entertained some rumors on this channel, but this one is absolutely ridiculous. The Chiefs offense, like I said, Rice, Worthy, Hollywood Brown, they don't need an aging, injury-prone wide receiver whose 2024 season was cut short. He does not fit in the culture. He has a do-as-he-pleases attitude. We saw him in Buffalo. We saw it in Minnesota. It's going to clash with the Chiefs' team-first mentality, especially after this post-Super Bowl loss. He's a distraction, off-field headlines. I mean, if you type in your name, it's not even popping up football. It's popping up, his boat and Cardi B relationship. Now, I know you could say the same about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but also look at Travis Kelce's year last year. You don't want these distractions, especially with someone like Diggs. It's going to overshadow football. It's a pattern that followed him to Houston, his third team in 3 years. Like I said, 23.9% target share, down from 29.5 and 28.4 the 2 seasons prior. In his career, though, does have over 10,000 yards and 70 touchdowns. But players in their early 30s, they often experience this rapid decline in their target share as teams begin incorporating younger receivers into their offensive schemes, which is what the Chiefs are doing. Declining target share, age, it doesn't justify disrupting anything that the Chiefs have in the locker room or within the offense, especially with, again, Andy Reid being able to thrive with younger receivers. And again, a high-cost contract for an aging wide receiver just does not fit the Chiefs' cap space at all. Nothing, especially with these extensions looming for players. It just does not fit. You cannot add a polarizing figure to risk, like I said, a cohesive locker room. If anything, like I've talked about, you would need to try it like a low-risk tryout like Chase Claypool was offering. So the Chiefs should just shut down this Diggs rumors. His age, injury, declining production, off-field issues outweigh anything that he's done in his past, especially with the Chiefs having a deep wide receiver core. All right, that was fun. We put it away. Let's get back to reality here. Best O-line combo for Chiefs and Mahomes, because we know that the Trey Smith decision is looming. So what would be the best line for Kansas City? Well, the line has been a weak link in both Super Bowl losses, so it needs some clarity in 2025, especially, like I said, with Trey Smith's $23.4 million franchise tag deadline looming. Josh Simmons, he's recovering from a knee injury. He's looking promising, and Jalen Moore's inconsistent finishes make left tackle a question and an intriguing thing that we're going to see here coming up in camp. Could Simmons start midseason? That is a question. I think it's very, very possible and probably very, very likely. At left guard, Kingsley Suamata'ia's transition is his last chance to shine. I kind of mentioned that in previous episodes. And I lean towards Mike Caliendo starting with, you got Wanye Morris, Hunter Norzad, or CJ Hansen as dark horses. Jawan Taylor, solid at right tackle. But what if Moore outshines him? Could he slide over? Could you have Simmons, Caliendo, Creed, Humphrey, Smith, and Moore or Taylor as the ideal five? Well, why does this matter? Well, because we know that the line has struggled. Allowed 41 sacks in the regular season, allowed 6 sacks in the Super Bowl. You're exposing Mahomes and stalling the offense. Two things you really cannot do, especially with Mahomes as your quarterback. You cannot risk him getting hit or hurt at all. And look at Smith's future. You have to get him long term. It's critical. Pro Bowl play. He anchors the interior alongside Humphrey. It's better than what we saw in 2021 in the 2021 overhaul with, Tooney and Orlando Brown Jr. Positions battle, like I said, left tackle, Simmons versus Moore, left guard, Suamataia versus Caliendo. Those remain unsettled, unlike 2021's set lineup that was mostly in place at this point. Moore had 12 career starts, $30 million 2-year deal with the Chiefs. Josh Simmons is your 32nd overall pick. You're putting a lot of money into Moore, who's only had 12 career starts. Simmons has been cleared for practice, could be long-term blindside protector if he matches what he was doing at Ohio State right away. But again, Moore, while not much, does have NFL experience. I think that makes him a safer week 1 bet, but down the line, I might look at putting in Simmons. Suamata'ia's Week 18 promise at guard faces Caliendo's versatility. And like I said, Norzad, Hansen also could be thrown in the mix as options, unlike what you were having with Tooney's all-pro reliability. Right tackle, Taylor's pass blocking snaps, I think are steady, but more could push him if A, he can stay healthy, and B, if he just has to stay healthy. 12 career starts still blows my mind. The more I think about it, it blows my mind. Especially though, if Taylor's penalties persist, he might be pushed out. That could be freeing Simmons to start left, and then you throw Taylor, or excuse me, not Taylor. You throw Moore into right. Humphrey too. Your core strength is good. Humphrey ranked number 93 in the top 100. Smith locked down, or Humphrey and Smith locked down center and right guard. I think the line, though, and their success really hinges on the left side stability. So the best 2025 Chiefs offensive line, Simmons, Caliendo, Humphrey, Smith, and then you choose between Taylor or Moore. It really depends on Simmons' recovery and Suamata'ia's growth, with Smith's extension critical. Let's go to the defense here, because the Chiefs, they received a big, round of applause here. Their secondary ranked second according to PFF. There's some big expectations heading into the season. That's right, PFF ranks the Chiefs secondary second in the NFL, behind only Baltimore. And with Trent McDuffie as the league's top cornerback, they could dominate the AFC again in 2025. Also, Jalen Watson, 71.6 coverage grade. Jaden Hicks, 75.7 coverage grade, 3 interceptions. Rising stars. And then you have new additions, Christian Fulton. You have rookie Noel Williams. Those add some intrigue. Your depth at corner, too. You have some depth there. Joshua Williams, Chris Roland Wallace, Najee Johnson. There's going to be some tough roster cuts because you have some potential and good talent there. Now, why does this matter? Well, the AFC contention. Chiefs and Ravens. NFL's top 2 secondaries. Those could be the 2 teams that decide the AFC. But look at the divisional edge here. Denver 3rd, Chargers 9th. Those 2 boast top 10 secondaries as well. So the Chiefs unit must outshine those 2, but you can feast on the Raiders' last ranked group at least twice in a season. So there's that at least. But if you can go back to that 2023's elite form, that would be perfect. Again, that hinges on Watson's health. That hinges on Hicks stepping up post Justin Reed's departure. But Trent McDuffie has been top PFF advanced coverage grade since 2023. This guy is leading the group, and it's in good hands. Quarterback strength, McDuffie's versatility, 953 outside snaps, 152 slot. Fulton's experience, that let Spags mix that cover 2 and cover 3. It's nice. Safety stability, Hicks replacing Reed, pairs with Brian Cook, Shamari Connor, Mike Edwards provide some depth. There's a lot to this secondary, and that's why I think they got ranked second. Like I said, Williams, Roland Wallace compete with Joshua Williams, Najee Johnson for snaps, but only so many corners make it. There's a lot to this secondary. So Chiefs number 2 secondary, led by McDuffie, Watson, and Hicks, Fulton, Williams, bolstering some depth. I think they can reclaim that 2023's dominance and can control the AFC West matchups. Well, that was Thursday's episode here at Cheifs Latest. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been appreciating the comments, the likes, everything, the shares. It means a lot. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and go down in the comments and let me know about anything we talked about today. Especially, I want to know your guys' thoughts about that crazy rumor of bringing Diggs to the team. It just would not work in my eyes. What is your best O-line combo? Let me know it all. I want to know. And also, what do you think of our secondary? There's a lot to talk about from this episode. Again, I'm your host, Calvin Silvers. Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have a good one.